friends, and welcome on to another episode of Fly High Free MLB Picks. No NHL today, but thanks to the Dallas Stars winning yesterday, which unfortunately was my only loss yesterday. Um, because of that, we will have Saturday night hockey. So there will be hockey tomorrow, but nothing today in the NHL. Look back at yesterday. Overall, it was a pretty good night over in the Toronto game for me. I did have Vegas money line, which unfortunately lost as my second premium play. But Jonathan Marshall show anytime goal at plus 210, Eichel assist at plus 125, and then both players to get a point parlay together for plus 125, all cashed on one goal. And then I mentioned how much I liked. Austin Riley yesterday. So I ended up betting his over 1.5 bases at plus 125 for a full unit. He got 8 bases with 2 home runs. So good job in the player props for me yesterday. But and with Vegas money line being my only loss yesterday. Reach for the stars. It's never too late. We'll see. We'll see. But a huge win. Dallas gave it everything they had to get that win, and we'll see if they've got anything left in the tank on Saturday. Hello, Crystal. How are you? Morning, Terry. Morning, Tim. Good day, Terry, to you as well, Captain Bry. No worries. We will have 3 more NHL games. Stars, stars, stars. Uh, we'll see. If the Stars end up coming back and somehow beating Vegas, winning 4 games straight, then I will be all over Florida in the Stanley Cup final. Uh, NCAA baseball before MLB. NCAA baseball will be a lot more fun to bet the next month. Go Pirates. Homer alert. No, I'm kidding. Even it was funny, and Tim posted on his Twitter his plays, and he even said Homer right beside the ECU play. But going into today's slate, I wanted to bring up the fact that YouTube in the comments or in the description, for some reason, the link to the spreadsheet disappears. So if the link is too long, when somehow YouTube just adds dots to it. So if you go to the description, you click the link the link to the spreadsheet, it won't work. So I'm showing here the easiest way for everybody on the Getting Wild with Terry and Friends YouTube page. Up here at the top, I'll zoom in. Oh, shoot, wrong page. Wrong page right here on the Getting Wild YouTube page. My Twitter account is there. The link to Picks and Parlays to get my exclusive plays is also there. And then on the corner, this one, the green, that will take you right to the Google spreadsheet if you click on it up there at the corner. So that is how easiest way to get to the spreadsheet would be by going on by clicking that. Otherwise, either you have the link already or message me on Twitter if you want the link to the spreadsheet. Mostly it'll be better for the weekends because I'll be adding things after I record the weekend show. Yeah, link to the spreadsheet is on the YouTube page. But going into today's slate, starting here with the first game, we have the Cincinnati Reds and the Cubs, the Chicago Cubs. Hunter Green on the mound for the Reds. Steele is on the mound for the Cubs. Pitching advantage obviously goes here to the Cubs and Steele. However, 2 of his last 3 starts, he has been hit a little bit. Really good start in his last game. I don't want to take the Cubs on the run line here. So it would be Cubs money line in a parlay if you wanted to bet the side here. I do like the Cubs to win this game. Christopher Morel has 4 home runs over the last 7 days. And if you look here at what Green has been doing when it comes to home runs, 3 of his last 4 starts, he's given up multiple home runs. Now, the only reason why I don't really love the Morel home run is the wind is blowing inwards. So it may be hard to get a home run today, but it's worth a little sprinkle. 273 the last 7 days, 340 on the season, 333 overall against Steel. Sorry, against Green. And as I said, Green is giving up home runs. For a hit, I like Kevin Newman from the Reds. Steele doesn't really give up home runs, so mostly just hits from him. But we'll move on along to the second game here. Chicago White Sox and the Detroit Tigers in this game. When you see both of these pitchers on the mound, Lynn and Wentz, if you look at those ERA, 6.28, 7.45 for Wentz, uh, immediately I want to take the over. The issue with that here is that neither of these teams are all that good at hitting, especially Detroit. But Detroit's been playing well lately. Wentz is not somebody I can back. If you look at his last four starts here, 5 earned runs, 2 earned runs, 3 earned runs, 6 earned runs. So I can't back Wentz. The White Sox are pretty good against lefties. However, a lot of the White Sox players that hit lefties well are just not hitting well recently. The only player somewhat hitting well recently and isn't really hitting that well recently is Luis Robert, but he hits 419 against lefties. So that is who I would target for the White Sox. For the Detroit Tigers, Akil Baddoo, hitting the ball well lately, 4 for 8 against Lance Lynn, and Matt Vierling also hitting the ball well. But this is a game where I would only bet it is if you're going to watch it, or if you really wanted to, if you're a fan of one of these teams and you really wanted to bet it. Otherwise, it's one of the games I'm going to be staying away from. But yeah, here Tim likes the White Sox run line. Lance Lynn on the run line. I could see he has been better his last 2 games. If you look here, after getting shelled in a 5 innings, 7 earned runs, his last 2 starts, 1 earned run, 2 earned runs. He's been much better over his recent starts, and he's facing the Detroit Tigers, so that should help. His ERA, I can't get involved in this game, though. Not what I'm interested in. LA Dodgers and Tampa Bay Rays. This is my Picks and Parlays exclusive play of the day. You can get my side or total play in my 3-pick package up on the site. Code MLB gets you 20% off. So I'll stay away from the side or total, but bullpen day here for Tampa Bay. If you look at it, the number 1 and number 2 hitting teams against right-handed pitchers. So that's something to keep in mind. JD Martinez, 4 home runs over his last 7 days, hitting 400 over the last 7 days. Freddie Freeman continues to hit well, hitting 417 over the last 7 days. And Josh Lowe, the best hitter for Tampa Bay against righties, other than Yandy Diaz, and hitting well last 7 days. I like Josh Lowe. The end of the show, I'll be going over my single plays for all the games for player props. So stay tuned to that at the end of the show. At the end. Moving on along to our next game. One of my favorite games of the day here. We have the Texas Rangers and the Baltimore Orioles here in this one. I'll jump in the chat. Carson Wentz is pitching for the Tigers. Yes. No. Rays sweep. The Dodgers? Yeah, I don't think so. I do not think so. But going to this game here, Texas Rangers, Baltimore Orioles. We have John Gray on the mound for the Rangers. Rodriguez is on the mound for the Baltimore Orioles. And Gray has been one of the bright spots for this Texas team this season. Throughout his last 3 starts, he's given up 2 earned runs total during those 3 starts, going 7, 8, and 5 innings. Only 1 home run allowed, a couple walks. He's striking guys out. He is just pitching really well for the Texas Rangers. On the other side here, Rodriguez, throughout his last 4 starts, he's getting shelled or he's giving up 2 earned runs. He gets shelled and then he gives up 2 earned runs. Home runs is worrisome for him here. 3 home runs, 2 home runs, 2 home runs, 1 home run. You want to keep those home runs down, but you're facing the 4th best team against right-handed pitchers. This is just not a good spot for the Orioles. It's a great spot for Texas, who's on a day off. And we're getting Texas as an underdog, which is absolutely insane. The wrong team is favored here. Give me the Texas Rangers in the full game. Give me the Texas Rangers first five. Player props, Nathaniel Lowe, 522 the last 7 days. He is destroying the ball, 308 on the season against righties, 0 for 2 against Rodriguez, but that doesn't matter to me. Josh Young, also smashing the ball really well lately, 1 for 2 against Rodriguez. Corey Seager, um, one of their best hitters against righties, also hitting well last 7 days. He's 0 for 3 against Rodriguez, but again, I don't. That doesn't matter too much to me. This is a great spot for this Rangers team. For the Orioles, Gunnar Henderson hitting well last 7 days. He's 2 for 3 against Gray. So that is someone I would target for the Baltimore Orioles if you wanted to bet somebody here. O's money line. Tim does love the Baltimore Orioles, so you have to keep that in mind. Rangers. Yes, I like the Rangers. Rangers money line. Yes. I'm on the Rangers too for some plus money. I like it. Tim, he's heard enough. People like Texas, so of course they have to be wrong. There's no way they could possibly win. And Tim's going to go and run and bet Oakland. This game means more to Texas than the O's, especially Baltimore coming off the game against New York Yankees yesterday, the win against the Yankees. Yes, it does. It does, Tim. It does. LMAO, O's plus 1.5. No, I like Texas here. But yeah, Tim, we all know you love the Baltimore Orioles, and you've been right on them so far this year, being a much better team than people expected. But this Texas Rangers team is underestimated, but not by me. I like Texas here. Moving on along, San Diego Padres, New York Yankees here in this one. I just mentioned I'm on one dog. Well, let's add another here. Give me the New York Yankees at home as a dog here in this spot. Yes, they have a rookie on the mound, Vasquez. So I'm taking the chance that he is going to um, pitch well or well enough for the Yankees here. Um, Padres are favorites because they have Musgrove on the mound because of what he's done in the past. But if you look at what he's done this year in his 5 starts here, one good start where he gave up nothing over 5 innings. The other starts he's giving up 3 to 7 earned runs, home runs in every other start, walking guys, uh, and the Padres just don't hit well. Uh, I get it, the Yankees with a rookie on the mound, but I think this game is not priced correctly. The Yankees definitely have the hitting advantage, especially lately. Give me the Yankees as a dog. I am on Judge home run. We'll get to my props, my single props at the end of the show, as I said previously. Minus 1.5. I never grab. Yeah, Tim doesn't like plus 1.5. Yanks money line. So I have White Sox minus 1.5, Rangers money line, Guardians money line, Brewers minus 1.5, and Twins money line. Interesting. No Rockies today. Interesting. Well, you said run line, not alternate run line. Baltimore is the favorite today. Somehow they're the favorite. But yes, going on to our next game, St. Louis Cardinals and the Cleveland Guardians. Not too much here for me in this one. Cardinals definitely have the hitting advantage. Liberatore, not exactly sure how much he's going to pitch. Bieber on the other side hasn't really been himself lately. I just don't have a good feeling about this game. So I'm completely staying away. When it comes to Cleveland player props, I'm not really going to be taking any because they're just not trustworthy to hit the ball. So unless something starts to change, I'm probably not even going to list many Cleveland players at all because there's just other better games to bet on, other better players to bet. St. Louis obviously does have the hitting advantage, but I could see Bieber having a good game. So I'm completely staying off this game 100%. Philadelphia Phillies and the Atlanta Braves here in this one. Um, Looking at the pitchers here, Walker against Schuster um, should be a higher scoring game. However, both pitchers are off really good performances. Walker going 5 innings, no earned runs, no home runs, 3 walks, and 3 strikeouts. Schuster, 6 innings, 1 earned run, 1 home run, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts. So both off a pretty good game for what they've done previously. Phillies are much better against righties. Braves are much better against lefties. Uh, if we switch the pitchers and put Schuster on the Phillies, Walker on the Braves, I'd be all over the over in this one, as it would be perfect hitting splits. But I'm not, so I'm staying off when it comes to side or total. But two of my favorite player props of the day: Austin Riley. I'm not on a home run for him today, but I'm going right back to over 1.5 bases at plus money. He's 3 for 7 against Walker, hitting 429, smashing the ball lately. Bryson Stott, the Phillies' best hitter against left-handed pitchers, 346 the last 7 days, 311 against lefties. He's the best player to take for Philadelphia. I'll have both players to get a hit parlay together, and then I also have single bets, which I'll get to at the end of the show. Washington Nationals, Kansas City Royals. Uh, Kansas City is a favorite in this game, and the only reason I could come up with for them being a favorite here is that they are at home, and they do have the hitting advantage, being 14th against left-handed pitchers, and the Nationals 25th against righties. But when you look at the starting pitchers, as crazy as it is to say, Washington has the clear pitching advantage in this one with Corbin, who everyone used to love to fade. Now, if you're fading him every game, you're probably not doing too well. Uh, Going 6 to 7 innings, he's been extremely consistent, giving up 2 earned runs in every start, one or no home runs, 1 walk over his last 4 games, and he's striking guys out. Lyles on the other side, 0-8 on the season. His best game was maybe his. It's probably this one here when he went 9 innings, 4 earned runs, 2 home runs, and no walks. But even in his best start, he's still giving up 4 earned runs. Issue is the Nationals don't hit righties well. So Nationals first 5 money line for me. It's my way of fading Lyles. And then I'm also going to have Joey Meneses in a hit parlay as well. A hot player last 7 days, their best player against righties. That's who I'll go with in this game. Not against Scherzer, my bad, sir. Two teams would like to fade, therefore pass. Yeah. Braves and Phillies, throw up, throw up. Yeah, I get it. Cards and Guardians. Yeah, yeah. Happy Patrick Corbin Day. Nats first 5 run line plus a half, -130. Nice. Yeah, I'm going with the money line. Going with the money line. I like Nats today and tomorrow with Josiah Gray. Yeah, he's pitched pretty well as well this year. And we'll move on along to our next game: San Francisco Giants, Milwaukee Brewers. Another game that I'm staying off of here. The Brewers are absolutely awful against lefties. So that's going to help out the Giants. The Giants 9th best against righties. So the Giants by far have the hitting advantage. Pitching advantage, I think, can be kind of even. Um, Owen Miller starting to cool off a bit for the Brewers. Nobody really hitting all that well for the Giants. So ultimately, this game is a easy pass. No interest in it in this one. On the Blue Jays, Minnesota Twins, Brew Crew. Hey, best of luck. Best of luck. Toronto Blue Jays, Minnesota Twins. Here in this one, Gosman against Varland. The Jays holding a players only meeting after the game. And then John Schneider apparently let it slip that happened. And then Chapman was all confused at how the media knew that it happened. So the Jays are just a mess right now. As much as I'd love to say take the Jays here. I can't. I have no interest in betting on them right now. Minnesota definitely has been getting great pitching from their pitchers. However, really all of their players struggle against Gosman. The ones that have hit him previously. So this game is just, and no Toronto players have hit off Farland before. No one's faced him yet. So for player props, Springer and Merrifield will be two guys I would target here for the Jays, but this is most likely a stay off game for the most part for me. Um, I don't know who wins. Obviously, I'll be rooting for the Jays, but they're just a mess right now. So just a mess. Moving on along, New York Mets and Colorado Rockies. Another game I'm staying off of. Um, Colorado has been giving up runs. Our Seabold has been definitely giving up runs. Scherzer off two pretty good starts. I don't know exactly what we're going to get from him if he continues that here in this start. Mets big favorites. This game is just an easy pass for me. When it comes to players to get hits, they're all really overpriced when they're in Colorado. So it's just an easy stay off game. I just have nothing here in this one. Miami Marlins, LA Angels. We have the eighth best team against left-handed pitchers against the sixth best team against left-handed pitchers. So I can expect a higher scoring game most likely in this one between Luzardo and Detmers. Uh, Detmers has not given up any home runs in his last four starts, but he's given up runs and hits for sure. Luzardo has been really good most of the season, coming off a rough start in his last game. 5 innings, 6 earned runs, 2 home runs, 1 walk, and 8 strikeouts. Both pitchers definitely have the ability to strike guys out, but I'm not going to any strikeout props here. For me, Luis Arias to get a hit, 318 last 7 days, 308 on the season against lefties. He's 3 for 4 against Detmers, so he's definitely had success. Jorge Soler, if anyone's going to get a home run off Detmers, it'll be Jorge Soler. I'm not going to take him for a home run, but I will most likely have his over 1.5 bases and or him to get a hit in a parlay. For the LA Angels, Mickey Moniak, one of my favorite Angels players, does not play against lefties. He has not been in a game against a lefty all season long for some reason. And I expect him not to play in this one once again because there's a lefty on the mound. Zach Neto for the Angels, 444 last 7 days, 318 on the season against lefties. He would be the player I would take if you want to take an Angels player in this game. Rockies run line plus 2.5, minus 125. Interesting. I know a few people that are on the Rockies as a dog today, so best of luck. Best of luck. Going on along to our next game, Houston Astros and the Oakland Athletics. Hunter Brown on the mound for the Astros. Caprillion on the mound for the Athletics. Caprillion in his most recent game, only 1 earned run, 6 innings, no home runs, 4 walks, 5 strikeouts. That was against this Houston Astros team. Hunter Brown on the other side, pitcher I like to back. He's been getting hit a little bit more than I expected. And now he's facing the worst team against right-handed pitchers. But of course, Houston are huge favorites in this game. And I'm just priced out of it. Why don't I have any players to get hits? Because I could expect this to be a very low scoring game, especially early. So I would lean with the first 5 under, but taking an under with the Athletics is definitely scary because Caprillion's pitched well in his last 2 games here, but I could see him getting lit up. So not Oakland is not a team I trust for unders, even though they don't hit righties well. Their pitching is just awful, and I just don't trust it. So this game, another easy pass. Houston money line and a parlay piece, if anything. I don't see them losing this game. Moving on along, Boston Red Sox, Arizona Diamondbacks. I do have a lot more for the early games compared to the late games, so I'll just throw that out there. Arizona Diamondbacks, much better hitters against righties. They're falling down more and more against lefties, and they're facing Chris Sale, who looked like he'd absolutely lost it early on to start the season, but he's pitched well. His last 3 games here, he's starting to definitely turn things around. Um, I don't know how to pronounce this guy's name. I know it's not fat, but I think the T is silent, but I apologize to him and Diamondbacks fans. But overall, it's been a rough go for him in his 4 starts this season, and not sure what to expect from him here. Boston, the players that hit righties well aren't really hitting the best lately, and it was just tough to find player props in this one, so I passed completely in this game. Moving on along to our final game, and then I'll get to my player props down here below. Keller against Kirby. I'll keep it real short here. First 5 under 3.5 at plus 104 between Keller and Kirby here. I mean, neither of these teams hit all that well. Both of these pitchers have been really, really good recently. Keller, 3 earned runs total in his last 4 games. He has been excellent. At least 8 strikeouts in all 4 games, 13 in the 1 game there. Kirby did give up 3 earned runs in his last start, but he's been pitching really well recently before that. Also, uh, I just love a lower scoring game here. So first 5 under 3.5 at plus money in this one. I took India, Seager, Judge, Lindor all to hit a home run parlay round robin. Interesting. Best of luck. But we'll go to the player props that I have bet today. Scroll down here to the bottom. Player props of the day. Christopher Morel to get a hit at minus 125. Freddie Freeman over 1.5 bases at plus 105. JD Martinez home run at plus 500. Josh Lowe over 1.5 bases. Nathaniel Lowe over 1.5 bases. Josh Young over 1.5 bases. Aaron Judge to hit a home run, and then Bryson Stott and Austin Riley, both over 1.5 bases. My favorite prop of the day is Austin Riley once again. I really like him, but I also like the Texas players. I like all these props here that I have listed. But that is today's show. As I said, if you want to see the spreadsheet during the weekend, go to the YouTube page, top right hand corner, and click on the little green icon, and it'll take you right there. But that is today's show. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. If you like the content, smash the like button. Appreciate all the support. And we'll be live again on Monday. Pre-recorded shows will be coming out tonight and tomorrow night, so make sure to tune into that. I'll be taking Pirates and Mariners under 8.5 as a parlay piece. I haven't decided with what yet. I like it. I like it. Best of luck, Captain Bry. Best of luck to everybody, and we'll see you again for other episodes of Getting Wild and Flying High, free NHL and MLB picks. Best of luck, everybody.